Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to one of the most pinnacle moments of today's international conference, and that is the presentation of the Colombo Declaration on Expanding Horizons, the Global Collaboration. Colombo Declaration on Global Collaboration to Improve Child Healthcare in the New Normal, a call to prioritize and promote a 6-point agenda to improve child healthcare in the new normal world to achieve universal health beyond sustainable development goals. Now, to give you a quick overview as to what this is all about, once again, I would like to invite Dr. to do the honors and take us through details as well. We'll invite Professor Sherman to do the honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again. And this Colombo Declaration, which was written by our team of experts and the Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, brings a 6-point agenda to address global health in new normal world. This include bringing children back to school and the double burden of malnutrition, mental health issues in children, and vulnerable and migrant displaced children, climatic effects on children, and vaccination children against COVID-19. Therefore, we make a plea to global health authorities to improve these 6 aspects in time to ensure the child health in the new normal world. We will read the full declaration later in the time, and over to you, Sharon, to present it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now would like to invite Dr. Chandan De Silva, Secretary of SLCP, to hand over the Colombo Declaration to the President, Professor Sherman Rajendrajit, President, Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians. It's a significant moment, ladies and gentlemen, 25 years of celebration, and one that can commend and achieve a milestone. Can we put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen? The declaration has now been shared to the President. And now we would like to invite the President to read the declaration.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great privilege to read the Colombo Declaration to this August gathering today. So, the 6-point agenda, once again, bringing children back to school, the double burden of malnutrition, mental health issues of children, vulnerable, migrant and displaced children, climatic effects on children, vaccination of children against COVID-19. Therefore, we, the participant of this international conference on 11th November 2021, request the United Nations, the World Health Organization, and UNICEF to the regionally and globally. 1. To assess the impact of COVID-19 on child health and build the partnerships and collaborate with governments as well as advocacy groups to provide optimized care for children. Develop policies, implement them while evaluating and reorienting the best possible approaches to address focused issues related to child health. Present a plea to the United Nations and the World Health Organization, UNICEF, international donor agencies, partners, governments, funding agencies, and global community to dedicate, prioritize, support, and resource. 2. Collect data on COVID-19 related morbidity and mortality and share them with decision-making bodies in the government and leading agencies for child health care. Develop policies based on data, expansion of services, development of infrastructure, reorientation of healthcare and public health system. Improve facilities for diagnostic testing to detect illnesses, assess the need and support expansion of infrastructure and provision to support the sustained optimum health services, promote research on viral transmission, development of mutations and effectiveness of vaccines, provide training and continual education to healthcare workers at all levels, implement programs and educate outcome, provide access to quality healthcare when and whenever needed with minimal financial hardships. Empower health workers in public health and curative sector in counseling. Promote themes related to COVID-19 and child health to raise awareness. Collaborate to achieve results, effectiveness, and efficiently with different stakeholders. And protection of education by vaccination teachers, training them on counseling and develop ways of catching up lost time on education, gathering data on school dropouts and implementing programs to bring them back to school or provide vocational training to them, gathering of data on psychological impact and mental health issues of children and educating parents while developing resources to help them, sharing data related to vaccination against COVID-19 and facilitating procurement, distribution, and training on administration of vaccine, raise awareness of climatic effect and promote participatory approach to protect the environment, implementation of nutritional programs, meeting the challenges to protect displaced and migrant children. And to the end, stand firmly with nations and advocacy, United Nations Convention on Child Rights, such as the child right to education, health, and end of all forms of discrimination and violence against children. We intended to promote the Colombo Declaration and the special agenda regionally and globally. The Colombo Declaration 2021 in Sri Lanka was supported by Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, Ministry of Health Sri Lanka, International Pediatric Association, Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health, Asia Pacific Pediatric Association, South Asian Pediatric Association, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Pakistan Pediatric Association, Bangladesh Pediatric Association, Nepal Pediatric Association, and Afghanistan Pediatric Association. For and behalf of above collaborators, witness on our hand this 11th day of November 2021. Signatories would be Conference Co-Chair and the President, Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, Conference Co-Chair, Dr. Suranta Pereira, Council Member, Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, Conference Secretary, Dr. Channadi Silva, Honorary Secretary of Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Kehli Rambukwella, Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunawardana, from International Pediatric Association, Dr. Enwa Hasangulu and Dr. Naveen Taka, Royal College of Pediatric and Child Health represented by Dr. Camilla Kingdon. Asia Pacific Pediatric Association is represented by Professor Aman Pulungan, President of APA. South Asian Pediatric Association is represented by Professor Ruhul Amin, President of SAPA. The other signatories are Professor Professor Piyush Gupta, President, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Dr. Ramesh Kumar, President-elect, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Professor Habibullah Baba, President of Pakistan Pediatric Association, Professor Manzoor Hussain, President of Bangladesh Pediatric Association, Dr. Ganesh Kumar Rai, President of Nepal Pediatric Association, and Dr. Rizwan Ullah Hassan, President of Afghan Pediatric Association, and the WHO Director General's Special Envoy on COVID-19, Dr. Palita Abekon from Sri Lanka. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the declaration. Thank you very much to the President. And now we'd like to invite the following dignitaries to please proceed towards the signatory table and place your signature. And soon after that, this will be all captured through video. Please join us on stage soon after that. We also invite our virtual dignitaries to place their signature and show it to the screen. And following that, we invite you to share a few words as well. First, we'd like to invite the Minister of Health, the Honorable Dr. Kelia Rambukwala, representing on behalf of the Ministry of Health of Sri Lanka. Colombo Declaration, first signed by the Minister of Health. Can we put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. And next, we'd like to invite Director General of Health Services, Dr. Asela Gunawardana. Thank you very much, sir. And now, Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, we'd like to invite the conference co-chair, Professor Shaman Rajendrajit, President of the SLCP. Next, we'd like to invite conference co-chair and council member, Dr. Suranta Pereira, also from SLCP. Next, we'd like to invite the conference secretary, Dr. Chana De Silva, the honorary secretary of SLCP. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the signatory of WHO Director General Special Envoy on COVID-19. However, unfortunately, he's not here with us this evening. He sends his best wishes and a message of good luck on the special day. He quotes, "I found that I will not be able to join you in person this morning. However, as we discussed last night, I'm sending the excellent declaration after fixing my e-signature. I think this will become quite a landmark document that people will refer to and applaud for many, many decades to come. Best wishes, Dr. Palitha Abegon." Thank you very much, Doctor, for sharing your message. We now move on to our virtual signatories. We first would like to invite the International Pediatric Association, Dr. Enver Hasanglu, President IPA, who is joining us online for the signature. Dr. Hasanglu, if you can please, after the signature, if you can show it to the screen and share a few words.
Thank you once again for inviting me. I would like to be with you face in face. Unfortunately, due to this pandemic, I couldn't come and be with you. My best wishes and congratulations to organizing committee and good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Enver Hasanglu, for joining us as well. Next, the conference co-chair and president-elect of IPA, Dr. Naveen Thacker. Doctor?
Thank you so much. I congratulate Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians and Government of Sri Lanka, and you have full support from International Pediatric Association, and we will definitely take this forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much. Now, from the Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health, Dr. Camilla Kingdom joined us short while ago, but she sends her best wishes as well. Moving on, we have the Asian Pacific Pediatric Association, Professor Aman Pulugan, President of the APPA.
Yeah, thank you again, and congratulations to Sri Lanka Pediatric Society and also the government of Sri Lanka. And I think we have to distribute this recommendation to all the pediatricians. And yeah, of course, yeah, I miss Colombo and Sri Lanka. Yeah, I was in Sri Lanka in 2017. I hope I can visit you again in Sri Lanka. Congratulations and thank you again.
Thank you very much, Professor. We now move on to the South Asian Pediatric Association, Professor Ruhul Amin, President Sabha.
Thank you. Thank you again. May I congratulate as College of Pediatricians for this great occasion and bringing all the dignitaries of Sri Lankan government and on this issue, and with the regional pediatric society and all other stakeholders, including IP and APA, and we will uphold this declaration and we will disseminate this declaration to all the members of our societies in general. And again, I congratulate SLCP. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. From the Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Professor Piyush Gupta, President IAP. I believe he is not present with us. Dr. Ramesh Kumar, President-elect IAP. Pakistan Pediatric Association, Professor Habibullah Babar, President of the PPA. And Bangladesh Pediatric Association, Professor Manzoor Hussain, President of BPA. And moving on to Nepal Pediatric Society, Dr. Ganesh Kumar Rai, President of NEPAS. And the Afghanistan Pediatric Association, Dr. Rizwan Ullah Hassan, President APA.
Thank you once again, and I would like to congratulate the College of Pediatric of Sri Lanka and also the Pediatric Society of the Sri Lanka for arrangement of this international events. And I will try my best to share the declaration with our colleague and also with the Ministry of Public Health in Afghanistan, and will be stand along with you for the better of our children in future. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your wonderful messages and best wishes shared. And now we would like to invite the President and Professor as well as Dr. Shaman to join us on stage together with Dr. Channa as well for the all-important presentation, the handing over of the Colombo Declaration to the Minister of Health. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Dr. Kelia Rambukwala, sir, we'd like to invite you on stage as we have the President who will hand over the declaration to our Minister. Can we also invite? We'd like to invite Professor Channa Jayasumana to join us on this momentous occasion as well, and Dr. Ruan Lianage and DG Panapitia, together with the rest of our dignitaries as well. And we have one more lady to invite on stage, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Bhuwani Lianage, please. And on behalf of the past president, we'd like to invite Dr. BJC to join as well. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Can we give a round of applause? The official declaration being handed over to the Minister of Health in the presence of other dignitaries and Professor Dhwani Lianage, President-elect, SLCP, and the Minister of Health and other invitees. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite the Honorable Minister to share a few words on this momentous occasion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, the chairperson and the members, my State Minister, Professor Janet Sumana, DG, all distinguished guests, and all people of the profession, medical profession. Let me first congratulate the College of Pediatricians in collaboration with the Global Improved Child Healthcare System to make a Colombo Declaration. So let me once again congratulate you for this timely activity that was brought about today. Just few words. I think when I've just read the declaration, two of the items, I believe particularly the vaccination and the mental health care, relates directly to the pandemic. The rest, I believe, can follow it as a usual or a normal practice that should be encouraged. And I assure you that I will take this to the highest forums, WHO and the UN, and the rest of the donor agencies to make sure and ensure that there will be some activity that is brought about and some advantages that will be brought about with this declaration. The declaration must be meaningful. It has to be meaningful. If it has to be meaningful, it has to have the funding backing as well and to get this moving. So let me once again congratulate the College of Pediatricians who have taken the trouble to initiate something that is worthwhile discussing about. And also with the pandemic, I think the few things that I learned just now in the declaration and in the former discussion, that the starting our schools and the vaccination has no direct bearing. I think it's two different areas. We have been reiterating that factor, and I'm happy that you have also brought it up here, because as a public figure, irrespective of the health aspect, we have been talking about schooling, starting our schools, and this vaccination should not be mixed up, because they are two different directions. And I'm sure that you have made some emphasis on that. And let me congratulate once again, and thank you very much for inviting me for this occasion, to grace this occasion, which is, I think, really worthwhile. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your kind words. And now we'd like to invite the Honorable Professor Channa Jayasumana, State Minister of Production, Supply and Regulation of Pharmaceuticals, to share a few words as well.
Good evening to all of you, Honorable Minister of Health and the chairperson and all distinguished guests. And I also would like to congratulate the College of Pediatricians for this initiation. And we are facing the biggest issue after the Second World War, the biggest global issue. So in the middle, I hope still we are in the middle of the pandemic. So there are a lot of things to do in the next few months. Probably we may have to face the similar scenarios throughout the next year. That's what we are discussing with the Honorable Minister too. The trend is number of new cases reported over the last few days is not a good sign, seems. So especially following the initiation of the school period after a long period of lapse, it seems pediatricians they will have a big task in the next few weeks' time. So I wish them all the success in managing all these things, and also the Colombo Declaration, what they have initiated today, seems to be a good initiation. And from the State Ministry and from the on the behalf of the government of Sri Lanka, we are appreciating your initiation, and also we are extending our whole support for this good initiation. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best.
Thank you, Professor Channa Jayasumana. And ladies and gentlemen, to propose the vote of thanks, I now would like to invite the Secretary of SLCP. Please put your hands together for Dr. Channa De Silva.
Honorable Dr. Keheli Rambukwella, the Minister of Health of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, Honorable Prof. Channa Jayasumana, the State Minister of Pharmaceutical Production, Supply and Regulation, Dr. Asela Gunawardena, Director General of Health Services and Deputy Director Generals, Professor Shaman Rajendradit, the President of the Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians, Chairperson and members of the Board of Trustees of the College, past presidents of the college, members of the council, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed my great pleasure and privilege to propose this vote of thanks on this memorable occasion, the 25th anniversary celebration of the Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians. I am delighted to convey my sincere gratitude to Honorable Dr. Keheli Rambukwella, the Minister of Health, for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion despite your busy schedule. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us today and signing the historical Colombo Declaration. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the State Minister, Professor Channa Jayasumana, also for gracing this occasion. I wanted to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Asela Gunawardena, the Director General of Health Services, for spending your precious time with us, both in the morning and this evening, and giving your fullest support to make this memorable event a success. In addition, I would like to thank Dr. Lal Panapitiya and Dr. G. Vijaysurya, the Deputy Director Generals of the Ministry of Health, who are always working with the College of Pediatricians very closely for gracing this occasion. I would like to thank all the speakers, both overseas and local, for accepting our invitation to contribute with your valuable knowledge to make this conference a great success. It is a memorable occasion with the International Pediatric Association, Asia Pacific Pediatric Association, South Asian Pediatric Association, the Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health, Indian Academy of Pediatrics, Pakistan Pediatric Association, Bangladesh Pediatric Association, Nepal Pediatric Association, and especially the Afghanistan Pediatric Association, all came together in this conference to achieve a common goal. So I would like to thank all of them, all the leaders of the regional and global pediatric associations who have signed the Colombo Declaration. My sincere gratitude goes to the Council of the College, especially the organizing committee of this special conference, which used a different format than our usual scientific congresses. I should make a special note of the members of the college who worked tirelessly for the success of this event, and my special thanks go to Dr. Suranta Pereira for conceptualizing the Colombo Declaration and doing all the coordinations with the international organizations. I would like to thank Professor Ishan Rodrigo and the editorial committee of the 25th anniversary publication for accomplishing the task of documenting the development of pediatrics in Sri Lanka and appreciation of the dedicated service provided by the pioneers in this field in a remarkable way. I would also like to thank Mr. Ranjit Ariratna, the Postmaster General, and his team for launching a dedicated postage stamp for the 25th anniversary of the Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians. I wish to convey some words of gratitude to the Asia Tours and Events Private Limited, our conference organizer, and the staff of the Galadari Hotel for their highly professional contribution for making this event a great success. An event of this magnitude would not have been possible without the sponsors, especially during this type of pandemic. I wish to thank all of our sponsors who came forward to support us to make this Silver Jubilee celebration a reality. Our secretarial staff, thank you so much for support you gave to put this event together. I know you all involved heavily and each every part of the Congress, and you have done a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank all of you for accepting our invitation and being present here today or joining virtually in spite of your busy schedules. It is undoubtedly an enormous gesture of encouragement to all of us. With that, I would like to conclude the word of thanks of this historical 25th anniversary celebration of the Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians. On behalf of the President and the Council, I am pleased to invite you to witness a splendid live musical performances by Mr. Dinesh Shubhasingh and his team, and to enjoy the cocktail following that. As you all agree, children are the jewels of this resplendent planet. The impact of this totally unexpected COVID-19 pandemic on children would adversely affect the future of our country, in the region, and the entire world. Therefore, it is essential to have a global collaboration to improve childcare in the new normal world. To mitigate the potential negative impact of this pandemic on children, the future of any given community. So we wish that this small step of the Sri Lanka College of Pediatricians put in the right direction would move towards developing a global collaboration to expand the horizons of childcare in new normal world, and we would value a generous contribution from all of you to reach the long-term goals. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Channa De Silva, Secretary SLCP, for the vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who missed the morning session, we launched a commemorative stamp and a first aid cover. We'd like to make that presentation now to the Minister of Health, Dr. Kelia Rambukwella. And it's a special one in celebration of 25 years. Can we invite the Honorable Minister to please join us for this momentous occasion of our presentation being made? And we also have a presentation to the Honorable Professor Channa Jayasumana, State Minister of Production, Supply and Regulation and Pharmaceuticals as well. Thank you for your gracious presence here with us this evening. And one being presented. Also, thank you very much, sir, for your presence here with us this evening. Dr. Asela Gunawardana, Director General of Health Services. Presentation made to our other dignitaries as well. Coming up in a short moment. And ladies and gentlemen, can we give a round of applause to the President as well as the co-chairs for conducting a fantastic session and making the 25th anniversary a much more jubilant one. Ladies and gentlemen, with that we conclude today's celebrations and the sessions for this evening. It's been a real pleasure to be with you all. We kindly invite you to join us for cocktails and refreshments while the live music will kick off in a short moment. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Thank you.